Today we'll be looking at the Godox QS400II. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Subscribe to us if you want to see more photo or video equipment reviews and unboxings of all the latest equipment from Godox and other big brands like this. So with all that being said, let's get into it. So this is the box here of the QS400II. It's a new flash from the Godox range. As you can see there, it says the QS400II. And it's an orange box, which means it's part of the Godox X1 series. And that means it has the inbuilt receiver, which is compatible with all the Godox X triggering system. So let's get this opened up. So firstly, what's included? We have your standard Bowen 7-inch reflector here. We've got your 150 watt modeling lamp. We've also got a glass protector for your flash tube. We've got the flash itself and just a power cable. So that's the box there. And just a few bits and pieces. We've got the manual here, a warranty card, and just a QC pass card. So let's get the box out of the way. So let's get into it. Okay, so we've got both the QS flashes mounted on these small stands here. The one in front here is the QS400II, and the one at the back here is the QS400, the first generation. So as you can see, it looks pretty much the same, really quite similar, despite just the model number there. Even the form factor and dimensions are approximately the same. And if we swivel this around, we'll go through some of the buttons and control panel here at the back. So we've got the group and channel button. That's for selecting a group and channel, which wasn't included in the first generation because this now has the X1 receiver built into it. So that's the main difference between these two flashes. So between the two generations, the main difference is the inbuilt receiver. You've got the S1 and the S2 slave button there, so if you wanted to set this flash into slave mode, and you have another one in master. You've got the buzz button here, which controls the on and off of the sound and the beeping of the actual flash when it triggers. You've got the modeling light on and off. That's for this little modeling light here for the front, and that just controls the on and off switch for that. And you've got the test button there, which is in a silver color, so that obviously tests the flash itself. This knob here controls the power adjustment levels, so it's 50 step increments. It's the same on the original version, and you can actually press down there, which is set, and that actually sets any of the settings that you're putting in. So if you're selecting group or channel, for example, you press set to pretty much enter. You've got three other things here. So you've got the USB port, which is Godox's proprietary legacy flash triggering system. So if you're using the older FT16 or XT16 triggers and receivers, that's what you'd use. Otherwise, if you have an X1 transmitter, that talks directly to this without the need of a receiver, because that has the inbuilt receiver. You also got the sync port here, so if you're using a sync cable, that's just your standard 3.5mm jack there, and you've got the on-off button there to control the power of the flash. So at the bottom here, you've got the plug for the AC, and just right above here is a fuse compartment. So there's two fuses in there, one which is the active fuse, and the second is just a spare in case that one blows. So that's a nice little handy thing that they've included, is a spare fuse. And just on the front here, you've got the Bowens cap, so just holding down on that blue tab there, and that twist to unlocks, and you've got your standard Bowens mount fitting, so that's perfect for fitting Bowens reflectors, softboxes, beauty dishes, snoots, barn doors, all sorts of things. So so it's a standard sort of universal flash mounting system, and that's your glass protector, which is included. So that snaps onto the front there, and that basically just protects your flash tube when it's in transport or in use. So that's a really nice handy feature that most other brands don't really have. And you've got your modeling lamp, which just screws into there, and that's your standard screw fitting E27. And the great thing about this is the actual Bowens cap houses all of that, so you're not having to remove everything when you're transporting and packing away your flash. So that's a quick look at the buttons in the front there, and at the bottom here you've obviously got your tilt knob, which is a nice big knob here that controls the tilt of your flash. And you've got an umbrella mount here at the side, so mounting any standard or parabolic umbrellas you're wanting to mount there. So yeah, so that's most of the features of the flash there. And in terms of the features itself, as I mentioned, there are no major differences between the flash. In terms of the recycle time, it's 0.3 seconds to 1.5 seconds at the higher end there, and the flash duration is 1/800th of a second to 1/2000th of a second. So it's pretty much exactly the same. The only main difference is obviously that X1 receiver and transmitter compatibility. So now Godox have made X1 transmitters for most major brands, including Canon, Nikon, Sony, Olympus, and also Fuji. So that's really handy. They also have the XPro triggers, which are the new ones. Only currently, as of today, Canon and Nikon, with Fuji and the others to come shortly. So that's a really great feature, and it saves you having to buy receivers for multiple flashes. So if you have multiple QS400IIs, you're not having to buy receivers every single flash that you get, because they're all inbuilt now. So that saves some money, as well as, you know, little fiddly bits of having receivers and things like that. So that's really good. So that was a quick unboxing and overview of the Godox QS400II, which is Godox's mid-range flash. There is a top-range, full-featured flash which features high-speed sync as well as faster recycle times. That's the QT series, which we'll be doing a video on shortly. Subscribe to us for more videos just like this of unboxings and reviews of photography and video equipment. Feel free to ask any questions down below in the comments section. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Hypop, or visit our website at www.hypop.com.au. And thanks for watching.